I charged it up. Anyway, what are you, like photobombing? I don't think they do that anymore, do they? Photobomb? Yeah. Anyway, so, boy, have I got a story for you. Everybody has a story, right? Grant has a story. So what started out as a simple seat repair, simple, right? Like super simple. Like what exactly was wrong with the seat?
A broken wire.
Oh, it had a broken wire in it. Why was that? Oh, a little bit.
It's not because of me. You're the one that ran it most of the time.
That's true.
And him.
Well, he's so heavy.
I don't bounce around enough.
No. Well, what happened? I'll tell you what happened. The shock absorber came off of its plastic keeper gizmo. So when you're dealing with the shock absorber coming off the plastic keeper gizmo, then you get a lot of bounce, and it's a hard thing. I hated it. It was to the point where I thought this seat is totally junk. So anyways, what that turned into was Grant saying, hey, I want to check let me check inside underneath the seat to see where the evaporator is. And I agreed because I kind of had a feeling that there was some blower fan issues, right? Where's the good used one that you took out of there? Is that?
They're both over there.
Okay. Well, we got to figure out which one's the good used one because we're going to put that in a... So that would be this one. Okay. So this one was working. When you buy these motors, if one of them is failing, it is better to change them both, right? So one of them was only one of them was working. So then I said to Grant, I said, well, let's check the one that's in the pre-charge, which is this one. And that one's melted for some reason. Isn't that something? Do you know why that's melted?
Probably because it got hot, because it would seize up.
No, this is off to the side. Anyway, whatever. So that one is here. Excuse me. That one is here, behind that plate. And I'm going to kind of do this, right? Oh, no, I'm not, because
you can't get in there and see anything.
I'm going to show you with my camera. You see that round thing? That is a filter housing. And on top of that filter housing, behind here, that fan motor sits on top of that filter housing. And what that is a charge air blower. Charge air. So what that does is it pressurizes the system like it is HVAC. So it pressurizes the system. When this one stops working like it did, you don't have pressurized system anymore. Then these motors that are underneath the seat, these ones here, they then have to suck the air that they're supposed to be charged with. So they're sucking air instead of receiving pressurized air. Yeah, find out which one is good. This is a good one. So anyways, Tim's going to fiddle around with the battery and make it go. It's just the way these work. So I decided to go ahead and change them. Yeah, so it blows pretty okay. So I decided that do the right thing and change both of these blower motors. I had this one in stock, so go ahead and change that one. And okay, great, excellent, right? That's a great idea. Let's just change them out. What did I do with? Where's the brand new one that was here? There was a brand new. Is it in that box yet?
No.
Oh, I put it away. Okay, so I put it away. I put it up in the cabinet there. So you're going to love this because I'm going to give you what we bought. I bought three blower motors, a charge one, the pressurizer, and the two blower motors that actually, let's see, we do this, right? We do that. And the two that actually are under the seat. and one oil filter. So 3 blower motors, 1 oil filter. Let's see. I'm gonna have to stop that from doing that. Can you see those numbers? I don't know if you can see them. Let me flip you around here. Why can't I get that to focus? Anyways, I'll just tell you. $197 for the blower fan for that filter housing. $36.60 or 59 cents for the filter kit, which was a filter and a gasket. And then the 2 blowers that go under the seat, for the pair of them, they were $472.42 or $336.21 a piece. $690 for that repair, not including the kid. He's doing his thing, which is fine. Not including what it costs for him and or the oil that I just put in this tractor. I changed the oil in it. I used John Deere Plus 50 on this one because I don't have any of the Schaefers, but I'm going to have the Schaefers here I'm sure by Friday I'll have a new set of Schaefers. But just to do that. The hydraulic oil in this thing is fine. The air cleaner I replaced had all that stuff. We did that a while ago. It's fine though. And yeah, so that's one tractor that I just put $706, probably $800 because of the oil that went into it was over $800. Well, the brushes go bad, and if you could buy brushes, then fine. But yeah, these things are designed to fail, and like this one here is melted. Why is that melted? I have no idea. This one here. They've changed. Oh, you took the plastic thing off?
Yeah.
So the new ones are different than this. It's an exposed and looks like it's got a bigger bearing and more. It's a sealed motor, so it doesn't have to worry about all that other stuff.
The question I want to ask is, why can't they make them brushless?
They could make them brushless.
Because brushless would be a hell of a lot easier without using that much material.
Well, okay, so they go brushless, and it lasts for the life of the tractor. They don't sell you $706.90 worth of shit. So I had 3 of these. So from the 3 of them, less the $36, it was still $670. Just $670. Just say $670 or $665 for these 3 things. Now, you can't run this tractor without those fans. You can't. It is impossible. You'll cook in the summer and freeze in the wintertime, right? Mm-hmm. You can't open you could open the door, but there's no air that's going to go through there. And it destroys the interior of the tractor anyway. So, your hands are tied. Your hands are really tied. You have to spend the money. And this is a great tractor. The 7810 is a great tractor. Is probably, in my opinion, one of the greatest of all time tractors. It's better than, I'd say, history will remember the 7810, as they say in England, is a much better tractor than the 4020 ever was. The 4020s, they made a lot of them, and it was like next generation from the 2 cylinders, was the 10 and then the 20 series. But these are it's a 20-year-old tractor that still gets up and does everything every day. And what are you missing? Oh, you're getting it all back together.
Yeah, this thing is just big.
So, and I love this tractor. This is a great tractor. I threatened to sell it once years ago, but then I changed my mind, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, so getting this seat back in there, this thing's heavy, but we'll get it in there and get it all up there. But Jesus Christ, just to maintain this thing. If I was to change the hydraulic oil, if I was to change the fuel filters, which I did already, I did that last fall when we were doing corn. But if I was to change the hydraulic oil and everything that I just did here, I would have well over $1,000 into this thing, probably closer to $2,000. A drum of oil now is $1,000. It's a little over $1,000 for a 55-gallon drum of oil, and this thing takes like 45 gallons, 40 gallons or something like that, 35, 40 gallons. It takes a lot of oil. So there's 1,000, so you're going to put another 6. There's 12 just between what we did, less the filters, because the filters, they're over $100 a piece now, and there's 2 of them on this one under for the transmission, the other one's in the back for the hydraulic, the rear end. Cabin air filters, now you're looking at another couple $300. They're just everywhere. There's just so much to spend on these things, and without it you don't do anything. And the real killer right now is that it's kind of a depressing thing to think about actually growing corn and soybeans this year. And hay just took a major hit today. I got a phone call today that I'm not really wanting to talk about, so I'm not going to. But man, what a ridiculous thing. So we have to roll with the punches, obviously, or we go out of business. But yeah, the guy that called me that buys my hay, I won't tell you what he said because the FBI would be knocking on his door. But basically, if they elect the talking cadaver and the talking toilet brush and the cackling whore Kamala back into office, you can just say goodbye to the American farmer because they're destroying us. We were watching RFD TV about a month and a half ago, and they says, look, American farmers are not going to make any money next year. 2024, American farmers are not going to make any money this coming year. So does that instill excitement around here? It's like you're scraping by to begin with because of the rug they pulled out from under us in the grain pricing last year and the hay pricing. I'm not going to lie. 4 years ago, I was making $15 a ton more with $1.40 diesel fuel and, $180 a ton nitrogen. Not $3.80 a ton nitrogen and not freaking $3.27 a gallon fuel. It just doesn't happen. It's ridiculous. It's actually quite disheartening. And who knows, I'm thinking, what are we going to do? Where am I going? Where are we going? What are we going to do? It's doesn't matter how many acres you do. If the acres don't produce the numbers you need to be in business, what the hell's the sense in being in business? It's just stupid. It's stupid, I mean, I can buy wax and touch-up paint and fix everything up around here, sell it all out, and go from there. But that's not what I want to do. But that's really the grim reality of it. If you can't make ends meet, what the fuck are you doing? You're just taking money in one hand, putting it out in the other. If you've got a good year this year, you're not going to make any money. If you have a good year, this is what the asshole said. If we have a good year this year, you're still not going to make any money. Like, wow, boy, what great. What are we doing? Well, we got the hay, right? And then the hay guy calls up and says, I'm not going to say what he said on camera. And this camera's pretty fucking awesome, though, isn't it? It's like, isn't that cool?
The video's going to be confused.
The video does not change at all. It is 100% stable. That's a shit. It's like,
That is crazy.
yeah, it doesn't change it at all. Of course, when we put it on Tim, it flips upside down. See that? It's like, holy shit. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just venting a little bit. I mean, I just drove across the country to pick up pea seed, and I will tell you, I don't see any excitement to get in the field at all across this entire country. I mean, I went through Pennsylvania, nothing is done. I went through Indiana, nothing is done. Ohio, nothing. Well, let's do it in concession. Pennsylvania, Ohio, Indiana, into Illinois. Illinois had some stuff done. But then it looks like rain and then it stopped. So, and I know last year this time, I think they were sticking seed in the ground. I know that the Eastern Shore, they were excited and they got shit in the ground. And last year they were putting seed in the ground this time of year. And we're a month out.
I think Ohio they were about a month out.
Yeah.
They did it. I think they
about the same time that we did?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't get started. We had oats in the ground last year, but...
No, they leave their soil dead, though.
Well, they kill it, and then yeah, but the and that's it could have been Lima, right? You were in Lima.
Yeah, I was in Lima.
Yeah, Lima is what I called it. I've called it Lima forever, but it's Lima.
But it's Lima.
Or Lima.
We're not from Brazil.
Brazil.
What did they have it when it was over at Flyfest? I think it was corn. They had corn in the field.
Well, corn didn't pay last year.
No.
I mean, it was a break-even thing, but when you're, break even last year, we didn't have the greatest corn. Where corn was good, it was good, but where it was not good, it wasn't good. And, the bad corn always takes away from the good corn, and in the end, you just do better. That's why I bought all this lime. I know that the pH on this shit is terrible. And I'm going to have to continue to buy lime, but I got to get lime on. And I got soybean seed coming. I have to go pick up the soybean seed, the corn seed, and the herbicide, hopefully this week, because Art is in the hospital pissing blood, and he's worried that he's not going to be able to. He wants it out of there. So he had testicular cancer a few years back, and when you sell chemicals, I think that just comes along with the territory.
Side effects.
Huh?
Side
Effects of chemicals. I mean, I try to be as safe as we can be, but sometimes we're not. But for the most part, he's been dealing with chemicals for 30 years, so it's like, what do you do? Anyway, yeah, I'm not excited. Anybody out there excited to do what you're going to do this year? I mean, I think once I get going that I'll have a different look on it, but for the most part, I'm not excited at all about 2024. I don't want to hear people that control our pricing say we're not going to make money, because that's one thing about a politician. They can lie to your face, but when it's doomsday shit, they're not lying. They don't lie. They're just like, yeah, well, you're not going to make any money. They will see to it that we don't make money, and that's a fact. If a politician stands up and says you're not going to make money, they will make sure you don't make money. And there may very well be a reason for that, and that is that farmers didn't vote for Joe Biden in 2020. We just didn't. So it can be national fuck your farmer because you didn't vote for the guy that they wanted to win, and that could very well be what's going on. I mean, China's not buying directly from the United States, but they're buying U.S. grain. They are. It goes, they call up Argentina, Brazil, and they go like, oh, well, we don't really have it, but we can get it. And then it comes from the United States, and the middleman makes the money, and the farmer gets fucked. And our government has no intentions of protecting the farmer at all. Not at all. Prove me wrong. That's all I can say. Prove me wrong. If you can prove me wrong, I will come and kiss your wife, as ugly as she may be. I will come to your house and kiss your wife if you can prove me wrong. Anyway, have a nice day. Hey. So what now?
What are you?
So pretty.
You're a pain in my ass.
What ass?
Exactly, I have none.
But you're fat.
Mm-hmm. Mata-butt.
Mata-butt. Tim's jerking off his head. Are you?
Crazy.
Dickhead.
Really?
It's Richard.
I thought we call that crazy.
Dickhead.
Really?
Baloo? Oh, yeah.